Only thing I know is you ain't built like this. Hit so hard, make the brain say quit. I ain't no fraud, no gangster or goon. I just wanna accept disrespect or lose. Now follow me to greatness, show you what it take. Show you how to use curves, show you how to hit it. Hungry for more like a Lloyd Banks playlist. Still I'm like the only person not up in the mix. You know, I ain't really changed, I just got a lot better. Got a heart and no soul from Chicago weather. Only do the talking, they don't know no better. Got a Glock and fold you nice like an Abercrombie sweater. I ain't even rapping, I'm just talking about my life. And it's
Red corner is Ken Burns out of Hagerstown, Maryland, 175 pounds. Out of the Mason Jar Saloon, blue corner, James Nowlin from Winchester, Virginia. Nowlin, he was at Milan Park a couple months ago.
He was all right. Both fighters are coming out, just kind of measured, sizing each other up.
In the 170-pound class. Yeah, and I mean, these guys know it too. Any one punch lands at this weight class, it's going to make a big difference. So they got to be more careful. They got to use good defense. Nowlin's wearing the blue tank top to make sure everybody knows he's in the blue corner. It'll be easy to figure out this one.
That's helpful.
Yep.
Both fighters just mixing it up.
Good blocking by Burrs already, showing that he knows how to block punches and then counter.
Yeah, Ken Burns, the boxer, not to be confused with the documentarian Ken Burns.
Yeah. Burrs is a southpaw. That means he is a left-handed fighter, which actually, you know what? He's switching. So you're going to see Burrs switching his stance. Watch for it. Right now he's fighting orthodox, or in other words, a right-handed fighter with his left hand forward. And just now he switched southpaw, and then he switched back. So we're going to see him switching up his stance. Not super common, but some fighters do that.
Now, how often, how is that? I mean, it's beneficial, I assume, because the southpaw is going to be the exact opposite of what you're used to fighting. But what other benefits do you get from that?
So with an orthodox versus southpaw boxer, the jab hand gets in the way of each other. So, it's kind of harder to land the jab, which is the punch that you expect to land the most. But the two, or the cross, is more of a power punch, and that one, the straight punch, that lands, or that lines up a lot better. So it changes some of the strategy and also the direction that you want to move. You want to step behind the jab, and so it changes the way that you have to circle.
Now that was a nice counter by Burns at the end.
It really ended with a big punch at the bell.
I'd like to thank some of our sponsors tonight: Yingling Flight, the beer of the night. Also, Mason Jar Saloon, B&I Excellence Chapter. Home Savings Bank, one-of-a-kind mortgage solutions designed to save you some moolah and help West Virginia grow. H&L Hair Studio. Finish Line Motors, home of the guaranteed financing of Michael's Auto Body. Some of the sponsors making everything possible tonight on Video Productions. It's Real Fight Promotions from Sabres Station in Morgantown.
And if I'm not mistaken, on the other side of the ring, I think I see a Tito's tent. Can you eyeball that a little better, Joe?
Yes.
Always a good time when Tito's is involved.
Oh, yeah, we got the Tito's tent. I'm rocking my Tito's sunglasses with the wood grain. I see people wearing their orange Tito's bandanas.
I had to duck down a little bit, strain the eyes.
Oh, I apologize.
No, I'm good. I like giving you a hard time every now and then.
Yeah, here we go.
Beginning of the second.
Yep.
Now, did you happen to hear any of the advice the coaches were sharing, Patrick?
No, I didn't actually hear what they were saying. They were kind of keeping it lower this time instead of yelling.
Oh, Ken has just slipped a few through there.
Yeah. Ken Burns, he landed a couple of big right hooks, and he just keeps doing it.
It looks like James Nowlin's a little bit upset about it.
Yeah, if Nowlin wants to block those, he's got to get his left hand up higher. You can see how he's hanging his left hand low.
Now, is that because he's fatigued to some degree, or concerned about body blows, or just his style?
Well, it's a little bit of that Philly shell defense that we talked about before. But if he lets it hang there, it's not going to work. He's got to actually pull it in and cover up his body with it. So, yeah, that is one of the disadvantages of Philly shell, is you kind of leave the one side of your head a little more open. So it looks like his coach said, hey, throw the right hook, and he did it a bunch of times. Good advice.
So you're saying protect the head.
Yep, that's always
important.
a good idea.
Okay.
Right? Always a good idea. Now he's got both hands
Look at
up.
Burrs.
Burns slipped a few through there.
Yep.
Again.
Big combo thrown by Nowlin.
Nowlin looks like he almost lost his footing there for a moment.
Yeah, I think they got a little bit of water in the corner there.
Now, that's another thing I hadn't thought of. As the air cools down, there's going to be some condensation. Is that going to accumulate on the mat and be an issue maybe?
It's possible. I would say that probably wouldn't happen until way later in the night.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll get through without that happening. But, we don't have, like, a lot of outdoor shows. There's some, but.
Now we had, with rain on the possibly coming in, I was worried about that this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking a little unpredictable at first.
I talked to the boss man this morning at 9:03 a.m. He goes, Joe,
We got a replay
rain or
here.
shine. There you go.
So we got, this is where Burrs is landing those big right hands. Landed about 3 or 4 of them in a row. Definitely looked like he hurt Nowlin a little bit. And, that little moment right there could be enough to take over that second round for Burrs.
Okay. So are you willing to commit to that? Is that the way you're going to score that one?
I
Win to Burns?
I would probably see this as a 1-1 fight right now.
Okay.
One round each.
All right.
And those are exciting. It all comes down to the third.
I'll split it right down the middle and agree with you. I mean, for majority of these fights tonight, Jason and Patrick, that's all we've said all night long. Heading into the third round, it's any man's fight.
It has been.
And, that makes sense. If you lose the first round, you're really going to want to come out and get that second, or else, you're going to think like, well, I might not be able to get this fight. So
Let's see how this one unfolds. Beginning of the third.
these guys look like they're in good shape. Look like they're still ready to keep boxing their best.
They don't even look like they're sweating that much.
Yeah.
I think in comparison, one of the three of us at this point with that much activity would probably be just damp.
Yep. Good blocks from Burrs. Those were hard punches, but he blocked them. I don't think he really got damaged there. Oh, nice body shot by Burrs, too. He's finding the openings. That's the smart thing that Burrs is doing right now is he's closing off any openings that he might be leaving out and then finding the openings right back and getting those good counters.
So would you say he's just has precision with his strikes, or he has better timing?
They're both pretty accurate with their strikes, but Burrs is blocking better. He's actually keeping his hands up high, and when he sees the punch coming, he's bracing himself for it, and then he wants to counter off that. So it's kind of like a trap. Like, go ahead and hit me because I'm going to hit you right back.
He just looked like he had Ken looks like he just had 2 counters.
Yeah. Yeah, now Nowlin's throwing more punches, but Burrs is landing the better punches so far. So I would still give Burrs the advantage in this round. But now
Nowlin is going for some body shots.
Yeah, he's trying to get the advantage. Maybe he heard me say it. I don't know.
Just tells how well conditioned these fighters are. If I got hit in the belly like that one time, I'd be doubled over. But Burrs just didn't even affect him.
Yeah. Oh, got a little hurt and twisted around there. Now looks a little hurt. He's covering up.
Yeah.
Starting to grab.
Oh, body shot.
Yep, big right hands landed. And both exchanged one more punch at the bell just to seal the deal. Good fight. I am giving it to Burrs.
That's what I'm going to do, too. I agree with you.
The thing that really set it apart for me was the blocking and the more accurate and better landed punches. Here goes a replay on the ropes, and here we see more of the same. Burrs landing the right hand and then the blocks. That's the big thing is how many times he blocked punches. So judges are looking at that, the defensive aspect, how well they're not getting hit as well as how well they're hitting.
And Burrs also came out landing some good offense at the outset of round 2.
Yep.
And I don't know if this is just me, but it looks like Burns, when he was throwing punches, he just had a good base.
Yes.
His feet were planted when he was swinging, and he was putting everything into it.
Yeah.
So who's it going to be? Is it going to be Ken Burrs from Hagerstown, Maryland, or James Nowlin from Winchester, Virginia?
I think it's going to go to the famous documentarian, Ken Burns.
That's who I think it's going to be. So far, the Buddies Bud Company red corner's had the upper edge tonight over the Mason Jar Saloon blue corner.
And we do want to thank some of the people, some of the sponsors that made this possible for us. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers of Morgantown, Lawn Care Complete, the Talk Lawnmower, Woodsman Life Insurance, Nissan Premier, B&I Opportunity Chapter, and Critical Defense Training. I don't know, have you, either of you ever been to Critical Defense?
I have not.
No. This is another place that I've visited before. They actually have, not only do they have a gun range inside, but they also can run you through scenarios with a light gun that acts exactly like a handgun would. Nice. So you can have training right there.
All right, we got a split decision by Ken Burrs. And once again, just to explain that for people watching at home, a split decision means that some of the judges saw it one way and some of the judges saw it the other. And so, that means that at least one judge said that Nowlin won the fight. And that's